Tonight, these four people meet to compete for the prizes of a lifetime on The Price is Right, presented by New Imperial, the taste-tested margarine that has the sweet, natural taste of the 70-cent spread. And now, your host on The Price is Right, and here he is, Bill Cullen.
Here he is. Hello there. Welcome to The Price is Right. Thank you all. Welcome to The Price. Thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome tonight. Thank you. Tonight. And we're a little late, so good night. Tonight, we're going to give you folks at home your last look at our current exciting Price is Right, the sweepstakes. That'll be a chance, of course, for you to come to New York and become a contestant on our program like these people by sending in a postcard. More about the sweepstakes later. Right now, let's meet those four nice people. Here, for instance, is our champion. She is Mrs. Eileen Wankmuller.
Okay.
Okay, or which way do you like it?
Wankmuller.
Wank, I forget. Wankmuller. That's a lot better than Wankmuller. Housewife, Union, New Jersey. This is her second week. She won it last week with a total of $9,740. Do you have children, Mrs. Wankmuller?
Yes, Bill. I have an 11-year-old son who watched the show from home last week and is here in the audience with my husband tonight.
Keeping an eye on
Your
the old
tan
man,
is beautiful.
Huh? Thank you very much. Pretty good when you consider I got it in a week. Here's Mr. Donald Jones, a minister from Tannersville, Pennsylvania. You married, sir?
Yes, Bill, I am. I've been happily married for almost 2 years now, and we're expecting our first child in September.
Congratulations. A little premature.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, but anyway,
Thank you,
to
sir.
you. Here's Mrs. Rosemary Carini, a housewife from Glastonbury, Connecticut. What does your husband do, Rosemary?
He's a pipe bender, Bill.
Well,
I don't know
that's-
what a pipe bender is, but he works for an aircraft company in East Hartford.
Do you know what a pipe bender is, or is that some story
Somebody
he
that
made
bends
up?
pipes?
To tell you. Yes, I guess makes good sense. Here's Mr. Gerald Brown, an insurance salesman, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Are you in New York on vacation, Gerald?
Yes, Bill, I'm here on vacation. I was up in Montreal, Canada on a company function, and I wanted to come down and see it.
Well, I'm very happy you got here, and I hope you enjoy your stay, too. Now, before we start the game, we have for each of you a wonderful gift from Lever Brothers, a full year's supply of striped toothpaste. And there's Junie with it right there. There you are, one for each of you. All right, now, let's play The Price is Right. Now, you bid for the merchandise we present. You go as high as you like, and you stop whenever you like. Goes to the one who bids the highest without going over the actual retail price. Big winner at the end of the night show gets a chance to come back again next week, and as usual, okay? Everybody understands it. Now, actually, to explain the first item, I better stand up for this because it's very important in my posture. First item to go up for bids tonight is on me. Now, that's right. It is the suit that I'm wearing right here. Take a good look. And I will model it while Don Pardo describes it.
It's a handsome, lightweight suit to be worn 10 months of the year, tailored exclusively for Paul Stewart. It's made of quality 2-ply, reverse twist, imported worsted, loomed in England. Over it, add this Paul Stewart topcoat, fashioned of rare imported vicuna, the luxury fabric meticulously hand-detailed throughout this smart design. And to complete the outfit, a smartly styled narrow brim hat with bound edge, pelted in England in the fashionable new bark shade. Suit, coat, and hat, all yours if the price is right. Price Authority, Paul Stewart Incorporated, New York City, your dashing Bill.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you very much. And thank you. I've been wanting to do this all my life, a male model, imagine that. I look pretty funny over there. Well, enough of that. We're going to have minimums of $50. Where's the envelope? In the coat pocket. All right, good. It's a cleaning and pressing bill. Mr. Wankmuller, you start anywhere you want. Minimums are $50. If you want me to remodel any of these parts, I will.
I like the hat on. Wow.
I'm not surprised. It's very chic.
I'll start at $100.
All right, to Mr. Jones.
I'll go to 150.
Thank you, sir. Mrs. Carini.
150.
No, Mr. Jones already won that number.
Oh, 200.
200 to Mr. Brown.
I'll say 275.
275. Range is 100 to 275. We're back to Mrs. Wankmuller.
I'll say $350.
$350, Mr. Jones. You were 150.
Well, I'll go to $3.75.
$3.75 is the number right now. And, wait a minute. No, we have a $50 minimum, and we're having a little trouble hearing number 3, Miss Carini. Mr. Jones, I'll do it again for you. You're $150, top $350. Minimums are $50.
I'll go to $400.
All righty. Miss Carini, now, if you'll speak up a little bit. We got a weak battery in there. You're 2 and top is 4.
I'm 2, Bill.
Yes, ma'am. Top is 4. 5 seconds, Mrs. Carini.
I'll freeze, Bill.
Mr. Brown, you're $275. Top is $400.
Top is 400.
Yes, sir.
I'll say 480.
480. All right, that's your number. Miss Wonkmuller, you're $350. Top 480. 5 seconds.
I'll freeze, Bill.
Mr. Jones, sir, you are 4. Top is 480.
I'll freeze, too.
That ends the game. Mr. Brown is high, and he won't go any higher. Here are the bids. $350, $400. $200, Mr. Brown is high at $480. And here is the outfit on which you are bidding on. Right here on me. And here is the exact, actual retail price. Ready? The actual retail price, $905, Mr. Brown at $480. You are the owner of the outfit. Congratulations. Pass that along over there. Mr. Brown. Congratulations. You have a bonus, too. Well, Mr. Brown, just in case, Mr. Brown, here's your bonus. In case you can't decide which necktie to wear with this outfit, you can have this entire selection. There are 1,000 smoothie patented button-down ties designed by A. Schrader & Sons Company with 3 buttonholes scientifically spaced to match the position of the button on the shirt. Now, I'm going to tell you, sir, that these ties retail for $1.50 apiece. However, here's your problem. We would like you to sell them for 15 cents apiece. So you see, that ought to be easy to sell, don't you think? For every one of the ties that you can sell for 15 cents, we will then pay you in cash, American money, $1. You understand it? For every one you can sell. Now, we want you to sell them all, and if you do, you'll get $1,000 cash from us. You understand that so far? All right, now, we're not finished yet. Now, you're only going to be allowed to sell 5 ties to a customer. And you have, from now until next Wednesday night, to sell the ties. And they must be sold on the streets of London. That's where you're going to sell. All right. Sell each tie for $1. We have a flight booked for you, and your wife, too, for that matter. For 9:30 tomorrow evening, you'll go by way of Sabina Belgian World Airlines aboard a Boeing Intercontinental jet from New York, round-trip economy class. Takes only 6.5 hours to Brussels. Then on to London by way of Caravelle Continental jet. Then you'll stay in London in 5 days while you sell the ties, or try to, at the charming Prince of Wales hotels in the De Vere Gardens in the lovely Kensington section. Now, you're going to be accompanied by a member of our production staff to see that you follow the rules. Incidentally, I don't know if you could hear over the audience there, your wife will, of course, go along with you on our expense. And when you return on next week's program, we will then pay you $1 for every tie you sell in England for shipping.
Yes, I knew I liked that suit, Bill.
We'll have another interesting prize to test your skill in just a moment, but right now, a message about the delicate, light-tasting margarine, New Imperial.
Miss Vigilante, we are running Imperial taste tests today. We have Imperial spread on one cracker, the 70-cent spread on another. And we'd be very grateful if you will taste one of each and tell us which is the Imperial. Thank you. Now, Miss Vigilante, can you tell which is which? No, I can't. You can't tell the difference? Let me show you. This one was 70-cent spread. And this one was indeed the Imperial. You know, most women can't tell the difference. Well, I'm so glad. Makes you feel better? Makes me feel much better. There is a difference, but the difference is not in the taste. The big difference is in price. So why pay more? Thank you very much. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for helping us with our taste test.
Okay, we got someone going to be on our way to London before long. If you'll all hang on now, watch the draperies to your left, Here's our next one going up for bids. What do we got, Brother Pardo?
A family room. A handsome collection of ranch oak furniture by the A. Brandt Company, all crafted of richly grained, hand-rubbed, solid white oak. In the upper section, there's a magazine rack next to a two-piece sectional sofa, upholstered in a colorful stripe, a corner table with lamp, and a grouping of 4 individual square coffee tables with formica tops. There's a gun case over a matching cabinet, and 2 occasional chairs separated by a formica top wedged lamp table complete with lamp. The other section includes a large fold-away octagonal-shaped game table with leather inserts and 8 side chairs, a charming rolling brunch cart, and a handsome formica countertop bar with 2 Faberlight upholstered bar stools. All of it will be yours if you make the best bid. Price Authority, A. Brandt Company, Fort Worth, Texas.
Thank you, Don, Tony, and June. Mr. Jones, sir, we're going to ask for minimums of 100. That doesn't affect the opening bid. You can open anywhere you want. I'll remind you all, before you begin, there are 26 pieces of furniture and 2 lamps included in your bidding. So, Mr. Jones, sir, start anywhere you like.
I'll start off with 1,100.
Ooh, boy, was that a high one. Now, Mrs. Carini, it was a very high bid. I do not suggest that you underbid. I merely tell you that you can, if you want, on your first bid, go below the high. You would then have to freeze there. If you go above, minimums are $100. 11 to you, Mrs. Carini. What say you?
I'll say 12, Bill.
All right, Mr. Brown. Underbid applies to everybody if you want.
13.
13 to Mrs. Wankmuller.
14.
So we didn't have an underbid, and we're back to you, Mr. Jones.
15.
15 to Mrs. Carini, who's at 1,200.
Oh, I'd love that, Bill.
It is pretty.
I'll say 16.
All right, Mr. Brown is at 1,300 and on his way to London.
I'll bid 1750.
1,750, Mrs. Wankmiller, you're 14. 100 minimum.
1850.
Mr. Jones, you're 1,500, sir.
Well, I could sure use that soda fountain in my new parsonage, believe me.
But you could, couldn't you?
I'll go to 2,050.
$2,050 to Mrs. Carini.
And what am I?
16.
16. I'll freeze.
One out. Mr. Brown, you're 1,750. Top is 2,050.
Top is 2,050?
Yep. And the buzzer now means that this will be your final bid. 2,050 is top. You are 1,750.
I'll freeze, Bill.
Okay, 2 out. Ms. Wankmuller, you're 1,850. Top, 2,050. Or 2,000.
I'll say 2,500.
Mr. Jones, you are 2,050. This is your last bid and the last bid of the game if you make it.
Well, I'll go to 2,600.
It's over. All right, read them down. 2,500 is the first bid. Mr. Jones is high with 2,600. Mrs. Carini is low at 16. Mr. Brown's in the middle at 1,750. Behind you and all around you, really, is your furniture, are your furniture. Here's the actual, oh boy, watch this. Here is the actual retail price. $2,040.65. Mr. Brown got 2 of them in a row, and boy, that's good. Our bids are instantaneously recorded on our toast machines furnished by the American Totalizator Company, a division of Universal Control Incorporated. Right now, we have for you your final look at the current Price is Right sweepstakes. All it takes is your estimate of the price of the items, that's all. Send in all the postcards you like. If you're the winner, then not only do you win the fabulous prizes, but we bring you to New York, and you'll appear as a contestant on the program. So now take a good look and listen carefully.
2 cars. A Rambler station wagon and a Rambler convertible. The station wagon is the 1961 Rambler Classic 6 Super 4-door model. The cross-country design with a handy luggage carrier rack. The convertible is the 1961 Rambler American Custom 2-door model. Both cars are equipped with standard 6-cylinder engines and standard transmission, plus the following optionals: power steering and power brakes, weather eye heater, reclining seats, and white sidewall tires. And the wheel discs on the station wagon are also optional. Both these Rambler cars will be yours if you win the double sweepstakes.
Well, Don, all I want to say is remember to estimate the two Ramblers at their FOB delivered price, Kenosha, Wisconsin, exclusive of local sales tax. This one is right in this little envelope that I have here, you see. And actually, we're going to give Don a rest because he did talk long last time, did he not? The next item to go up for bids, for which you are all eligible, is stock. Stock. 1 share of common stock of Tpir oil. Now don't. 1 share. I repeat, 1 share common stock Tpir oil, and the quotation will be at tonight's closing price. It's already closed. Number 3, that's Mrs. Carini. Minimums are 50. Let's see if he can become a stockholder. 1 share.
Minimums are 50.
Yes, ma'am.
$100.
Mr. Brown, who's won everything in sight.
Superior Oil?
Superior, yes, sir.
$150.
Mrs. Wonkmiller.
Oh, this is a hard one to guess on.
It is tough if you aren't familiar with it.
$200.
Mr. Jones.
I think I'll go to 250.
Okay, we go from 1 to 250. We're back to Mrs. Carini. What do you say, ma'am?
I'll say 300.
All right, Mr. Brown, you're 150. 1 share.
$350 is the high bid?
300 is the top bid. You are 150.
I'll bid $375.
Thank you, Miss Wonkmiller. You're 2. 5 seconds.
440.
Mr. Jones, you're 250. Top is 440.
I'll bid 500.
Even 5, Mrs. Carini. You're 300. Make up your own minds now. 5 seconds.
I'll freeze, Phil.
Well, 1 out now. Mr. Brown, you're 375. The final bid is coming up. Top is 5. You're 375. This is your last bid. There will be 2 bids after.
Last bid.
Last for you, yes.
$725.
Oh, he jumped it up there. Miss Wonkmiller, you're 440. The top has now gone to 725. And what do you say?
And the minimums are $50.
50, yes, ma'am. 5 seconds.
I'm sorry, I've forgotten what the last bid was.
725.
775.
You go just the minimum. Mr. Jones, sir, you are 5. Top is 775. This is the last bid of the game.
I'll go to 850, Bill.
Okay, you go the 850, and that puts you top. Here are the bids. 775, 850. That's top. Then we have 300 for a low and 725. And in the envelope is the actual retail price of 1 share. That's all we're talking about. 1 share. Actual retail price of 1 share is $1,217, Mr. Jones. Our minister, it is yours. Congratulations, sir. There you are, Mr. Jones. There you are. And you have a bonus. Well, you know, sir, that naturally the Superior Oil Company is in the oil and gasoline business. Even I can assume that. So what we want you to do is we want to put you in a position to help your stock go up. So to keep the value of your stock high, keep putting gasoline into this bonus. Look over there to the left, a new car. That, sir, is the Spirited Rambler Metropolitan 1500 convertible engineered and designed by American Motors, built in England. It's designed in a single-unit construction, has a 55-horsepower 4-cylinder engine, is equipped with standard transmission, manual radio and antenna, weather eye heater, defroster, white sidewall tires. Congratulations from The Price is Right.
Bill, I've never had a hard time believing a lot of things, but I'll have to admit this is kind of hard to believe.
Well, I am awfully happy that I can say to you, believe it, sir, because it is all true. And there is more to come for all of you, opportunities. Where I lost my place, here's the article I was looking for. We're going to have another fabulous prize to challenge your bidding skill in just a moment. But first, last Sunday, the New York Times carried this front page headline, Tooth Decay Called a Bacteria Disease. Now, bacteria, of course, are germs. And here's our friend Bill Shipley with more news on that subject.
I want to talk to you about toothpaste and your family's teeth. Now, to start with, tooth decay is caused by germs, just as an infection is caused by germs. So the thing to do is to kill those germs before they can attack the teeth. And Stripe contains the most effective killer of decayed germs ever put in a toothpaste. Let me repeat that. It's important. Stripe contains the most effective killer of decayed germs ever put in a toothpaste. What's more, Stripe's germ-fighting action stays in the mouth for hours. That makes it especially helpful to children, but with all the candy and soft drinks they go through. Decayed germs, of course, thrive on sweets. But here's another thing. Children brush longer and more often, as dentists recommend, because Stripe looks good and tastes good, too. So, Mother, here's the easy way to get your family to fight tooth decay germs by brushing more often every day. Give them Stripe toothpaste.
I'd like to have just a second to explain something about this next item. It's going to look awfully familiar to you, but it really is quite different. So watch the draperies to your left, and here is our final item going up for bids on tonight's Price is Right.
A jet-powered boat. It's the exciting new Seahawk built by Dorset Marine. A dramatic 18-foot runabout equipped with a smart convertible top. This is the first inboard with a hull specifically made to order for jet power. There's no propeller under the boat, making it completely safe around swimmers. A 105-horsepower engine powers a jet system that ejects a stream of water for speeds up to 40 miles per hour. The engine is controlled by a foot throttle, just like the family car. And the steering wheel gives instant positive directional response forward and in reverse. This brand new Dorset jet-powered Seahawk, complete with a special Seahawk trailer and style for pleasure boating, cruising, and water skiing, will be yours if the price is right. Price Authority, Dorset Marine, Santa Clara, California. Bill?
And that is the last word, believe me. Again, I repeat in case you might not have heard it, but I hope you did. This is a new idea in boats, completely new. It is powered by jet propulsion, no propellers. We start with number 4. We're going to ask for an opener of $1,000, please, Mr. Brown, who's done pretty well thus far.
Hey, that's beautiful.
You may open higher than that, of course.
I'll open 1,500.
And the minimums now, Mrs. Wonkmuller, become 100.
1,800.
Mr. Jones.
I'll bid 2,000, Bill.
You got a car to drive to the lake in now. Mrs. Carini.
2,200.
So we go from 1,500 to 22 down to Mr. Brown.
I'll bid 2,500.
25 to Mrs. Wonkmuller, who's 18.
2,700.
27 to Mr. Jones, who's 2,000.
Bill, I'll go to 28.
It's 28 to you, Mrs. Carini, and you're at 22.
3,000.
And Mrs. Carini goes to 3. Mr. Brown, what say you?
I'll bid 3,500.
3,500, Miss Wonkmuller.
3,600.
36, Mr. Jones.
I'll freeze, Bill.
A freeze, 3 left. Miss Carini, you're 3, top 36.
37.
Mr. Brown, you're 35.
Is the high 37?
37, yes, sir. 37.
Gee, right now I don't know the price of a pack of cigarettes.
5 seconds.
I'll bid $5,200.
Ooh, look at that jump. Miss Wonkmuller, he did it once before that way. You're 36, top is 52, and this becomes your final bid. 52 top, you're 36, last bid.
Oh, my. 52.
5 seconds.
6,500.
Mr. Jones left the game a while ago. Mrs. Carini, you are 37. Top is 6,500. This is your last bid.
What's the low, Bill?
28. It doesn't apply to you. You're over. You are 37. Top is 65. The low's below you, though.
What a decision.
5 seconds.
I'll freeze.
Miss Brown, you are 52. Top is 65, and this is the final bid of the game.
Is the high 65?
High is $6,500.
Gee, I'll freeze, Bill.
All right. Mr. Brown elected not to go any higher, and it's over. Here they are. Our champion, Miss Wonkmuller, is top bidder at 65. Mr. Jones quit first at 28. Mrs. Carini followed him closely at 37, and Mr. Brown's 52. There's your boat, Dorset, jet-powered, completely different. Actual retail price. $4,220. Mrs. Carini goes in time. 42.20. Pass that along if you will. Now the final scores in the name of the big soon as tabulation is done. But now I want you to look closely because I don't want you to miss this terrific offer to you from Dove.
Open sesame. See this pretty plastic case? It's at your grocer's now, and it's yours, absolutely free, with every 3 bars of Dove you buy. There's nothing extra to pay. This lovely case is a gift to you from Dove, free with every 3 bars of Dove you buy. Take out the Dove, and you've got a perfect space saver for jewelry, gloves, or knickknacks. Handsomely designed, too. Black plastic here, clear plastic on top. Remember, it's free when you buy Dove. Dove, better for your skin than any soap. Only Dove is 1/4 cleansing cream. Dove creams your skin while you wash, leaves all of you softer, smoother than any soap you've ever used. Start using Dove now while this special Dove offer is at your grocer's. Get a beautiful jewelry case like this free with every 3 bars of Dove you buy. Buy now. Supplies are limited.
Now it's time for the final accounting. What do you got over there?
Very quickly, Bill, I'd like to say, Mrs. Wankmuller, we're sorry that you didn't win anything tonight, but congratulations on last week's winnings. And Mr. Jones has won the stock and the car for a total of $3,080. Mrs. Carini has won the boat with the trailer for a total of $4,220. And Mr. Brown has won the man's fashion, the 1,000 ties, the trip to London to sell the ties, and the furniture for a total of $4,050. Bill, who is it, please?
With 42-20 in a close one, Mrs. Rosemary Carini, a housewife from Glastonbury, Connecticut. Thank you, Mrs. Waltmuller, Mr. Jones, Mr. Brown, Miss Carini. We'll see you next week. Mr. Brown, the name of the winner of the double sweepstakes, why don't you join us again next week when The Price is Right again will be brought to you by Lever Brothers. We'll see you then or tomorrow morning on the daytime Price is Right program. Thank you ever so much, and good night from The Price is Right.
The Price is Right has been brought to you by new Striped toothpaste with germ-killing hexachlorophene for the double protection of toothpaste plus mouthwash. Lever Brothers unconditionally guarantee satisfaction or your money back. Driving more than usual at holiday time? Take a tip for your trip from the National Safety Council. Start earlier than you had planned. Then you can take time to take it easy for a safe, enjoyable trip. The Price is Right is a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. This is Don Pardo speaking.
Hi, this is Perry Como. Music, comedy, variety, and guest stars. That's our recipe for tonight's Kraft Music Hall telecast.